Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey, switch gears. I don't listen. Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Oh, you get off the head.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell.
Number 20.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He was brought down
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now, they try to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. On the ground, Michel. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the 2nd-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This will be taken at the 10. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. A play fake to Michel, now Newton. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. And now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Mahomes firing complete, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score. Chiefs 7, Patriots 0. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Jameer Byrd. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Rolling to his left. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Butker on for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. At the line, ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the gun, here's Newton. Caught by Nelson left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Demir Bird as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
17-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Demir Bird returning it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, Newton. Forced out to his left. That is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check, finish the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, Ripple is. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Lost twist. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You don't know no better.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 20.
I need to get my swag right
And
there.
he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the run. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21. Hey, let's go. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Cut. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, MP.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And it's Michel once again. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sony Michel.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Newton. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
To Demir Bird.
A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
1st down, New England.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Flush to his right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. A 1st down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check. Check Mike 21. Come up the ball. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. What's the run? They're running it.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of
Sammy Watkins is a former 1st-round pick in the NFL, and he sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54. He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason, but Kansas City very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Patriot first down.
Now a toss, left side, Michel. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Number 26.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get that back here. Let's get that back right here. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Here's Newton. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
New England.
Damiere Byrd, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Point conversion.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
22. Chiefs, 19.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And on the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.